News tonight. We begin with a brutal beating. A mob seen kicking and attacking a Jewish man in Midtown Manhattan during pro-Palestinian demonstrations yesterday.
And during that same demonstration, fireworks were set off in the streets. Tonight, there's heightened security around the city.
Eyewitness reporter NJ Burkett speaking with the man who was attacked. He is live in Times Square for us. Newt.
That's right, Bill. Heightened security because demonstrators crossed a line last night. What started out as a protest and a counter-protest turned into an all-out brawl, a street fight in the middle of Times Square. Yes, one man is charged with a hate crime and still others are being sought tonight. It was a kind of violence that's been unheard of in New York City. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators clashing with supporters of Israel in the heart of Times Square last night. Opposing groups of protesters openly fighting one another in the street for the first time. Police struggled to control the melee, and through it all, more than 24 were arrested and several others were injured. Joe Borgen says he was on his way to the demonstration when he was surrounded and beaten. The attack captured on cell phone video.
I mean, they were just wailing on my head, beating on me. I'm like just literally cowering for cover. I'm surrounded by like 10, 15 people. And at that point, like I was just, bracing for, impact and just in survival mode, trying to make it through.
The video allegedly shows a large firework being tossed at the pro-Israel demonstrators. At least one woman suffered burns. Mayor de Blasio today was outraged.
What happened last night is absolutely unacceptable. There's no place for anti-Semitism in New York City. We will not tolerate it.
Free Palestine! Since the 1970s, anti-Israel demonstrations in New York have been nonviolent, loud but peaceful. Until now, both sides have refrained from openly fighting one another. Scott Richmond of the ADL says the Times Square melee was practically unheard of here.
The issue with hate crimes is that it doesn't just affect the victim. So every Jew in the city is fearful. Everybody who walks around looking visibly Jewish is especially fearful.
Police took up positions outside the Museum of Jewish Heritage in Battery Park City, New York's own Holocaust museum, now among several sites with armed security.
The amount of hate that's taking place these days is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, that shouldn't have happened to anyone in New York City. Like, I'm blown away. Like, this is just shocking to me.
Well, as we said a moment ago, one man is in custody for the attack on Joe, charged with a hate crime. Still others are being sought tonight. I'm also told that security is being stepped up at mosques and Islamic centers across the city. And we're live